Greetings, I'm Epictetus, and this is Epic Tech. Well, let's be honest, it's not my best work. It's okay. But, yeah, it's just okay. I'll keep working on it, I promise. But that's not what we're going to work on today. No, it is not. We need to start actually finishing off more projects instead of starting new ones. So today we are going to work on the Crushinator or the disassembler or whatever it is we call this thing over here. So we talked about this a while ago. I want to be able to push an unknown signal or any unused ship into a space and have it get disassembled by grinders. So we're going to make something. And I thought, you know, it's Halloween. Or at least when this video is released, it's Halloween. If you're going back and watching it later, it's not Halloween anymore. Unless it's exactly 1 year later. Or 2 years later. Or, you know, it's Halloween. So let's make something scary. I mean, grinders are scary to begin with, but let's make something even scarier. I'm talking like red lights and, I don't know, something. We're gonna have some fun with this. So my main purpose of this build is to make something that takes things apart and is scary. Okay, let's do it. Item number 1, we need to be able to pull these items in to our cargo, you know, to where things are stored and whatnot, which means we're gonna need to bring the pipes through or do something along those lines. So let's do that here. You know what? I'm just going to take this whole thing apart. Whoops. Hey, forgot about that. Okay. We'll get to that later. Okay, and let's get rid of some material. And okay, so this is the edge. I want to kind of go through the middle. Well, no, let's go off to one side. Yeah, that makes more sense. So we're just going to follow this line right here. You know, looks like I didn't put in a lot of these corner blocks. I think what I'm going to do is we'll just run the pipe right along here. Oh, and here we go. Nice. Okay, now time to put in some pipes. And we'll place those there. Okay, so now I'm looking at this and I'm thinking I want it deeper. And the reason is I'm probably going to end up with pistons and all kinds of things behind it. So let's get a lot of this rock removed. So if I were to put in a whole bunch of pistons, so I'm thinking, let me make a little bit of frame down here with just regular blocks. I just want something to attach the pistons to. And I think I'm going to need plenty of space if I want the grinding heads to be on top. Oh, yeah, there's going to have to be a little bit of room between the pistons and the wall. Otherwise, I won't be able to place them in. So I think something along like that. So if I put a piston right here, and I put a grinder right there, there we go. It's a lot of space to the side here. I'll actually put in, what are those? Blast door blocks. Something like that. And then this is the inside. And I don't think those will get ground down by this grinder. Let's find out. If I turn this on, that's removing that, isn't it? Off. Yeah, that just got a whole bunch of steel plates. That's not what I want. But if that's just a little bit higher up, then that shouldn't be an issue. Or I could just put my blast door pieces down here, and then that won't be a problem at all. Oh, it can't even get that corner one. Now, that's obviously this is not going to be the final design, because I actually need to make sure that I can get the items out of there and into my system. So let's place something there, and I think that means I can remove this, and we won't have any problems except that piece of metal there. Get out of my way, please. Oh. Hey. That's weird. I should be able to push that. Oh well. Okay, I have to stop and think about this for a minute. And I'm going to tear all this down while I think. Now, I can't have the grinders running into the walls, so we're definitely going to need to have a blast door edge along here. And we'll use an inverted corner right there. And then along like this. And then our first piston will be right here. And that should be able to move past that space. Yeah, I hope. And then let's throw our grinder on there. No, that's all too low. Yeah, because if I have it any lower, then it'll destroy these corner blocks. And I don't want to do that. And I just realized I made the same mistake again. We really need to have this free so that we can put in a conveyor junction and actually be able to pull stuff out of there. And then we'll connect the whole system up right here, like that. That should work. Now the other thing we're going to do is actually try and make, we're going to do corners. We're going to have multiple pistons pushing this whole assembly up. So we're going to go ahead and do the merge block trick. So we'll stick this grinder right there. We should be able to get away with putting that there. And that there. Doesn't want to let me put that there. Okay, but we can fix that. So what we'll do is we'll move this piston up. Actually, I'm kind of curious to see how far this goes. I think that's going to be too much. I don't want it to go much further than that, or else we'll start destroying the roof. Let's see what are we at? 5.8. So if we make the max distance 6, I think that's fairly safe for the roof, but it will still destroy anything in its path. We'll see. And then now let's stick a merge block on here, and, well, there may be some explosions in this. We'll find out. Shall we see? I do love explosions. And reverse. No problem. Look at that. See? Wasn't that nice? That was very nice. So we're going to have to do the same thing on the other side, and then we'll have to lock the two sides together. But for now, let's go ahead and throw on a bunch more grinders. We can replace these merge blocks with grinders. Beautiful. I know, why don't we make it one more piston long? So we'll do 2 more and then 1 more piston, and that'll be the back. Sound fair? I think it sounds fair. All right, now it's going to be very important that we don't have any rock in the way. go. Ha, just in time. And locked into place. Okay. Grinders. 1, 2, and 3. And I'll tell you what, I am going to go ahead and do the whole other side. And I'll bring you back when it's time to connect them, because that's when we might get the biggest boom. So have you ever wondered what would happen if you connect 3 grids to one other grid all at the same time? You're about to find out. Let's see. 1, 1, 1. All right, UD pistons. I made all 6 of them the same one, so all I need to do is make the velocity the same, and they'll come together. I think I can just hit confirm and it'll happen. Yep. You know, I probably should save this, shouldn't I? Let's do that really quick. Whoops. Oh, that's not good. Oh, what? That worked? I honestly expected explosions. Well, cool. I'm not going to complain. That's awesome. All right, we just need a whole bunch more grinders. I wonder what's going to go horribly wrong. I mean, something has to go horribly wrong, right? Okay, that looks pretty cool. You got to admit, looks awesome. Let's see, this grid right here is going to be UD grinders. It's actually the grid name. We'll probably also make a group name. But if I jump over to PB rename, and we take anything that has grinder in the name, and we rename it to UD grinder. I don't know. Let's run that and see what happens. Hey, look at that. Oops. At least all my grinders for UD grinders are part of one thing. How many? Why do I have so many grinders? Did I rename something I really shouldn't have? That's not a grinder. That's not a grinder. I renamed a whole bunch of things that weren't grinders. How did I manage to do that? I don't know what I did. I'll fix it later. I'm not too worried about it. Okay. So now I just need, well, we need to test it. So we need to turn it on and see if all the grinders grind anything that shouldn't be ground. That was an awesome sound. Wow. Oh. I think I know what happened. Yeah. I know what happened. All of my basics containers had the word grinder in them. Oxygen bottle 2, hydrogen bottle 2, angle grinder, yeah, angle grinder 4, colon 1, hand drill 4, colon 1, welder 4, 1, steel plate, colon 100, girder 100, interior 100, and const 100. I think that's right. That sure looks right to me. And let's just copy and paste that to a whole bunch of places. Think I got all those figured out. I could actually put in like half block. It's like that. Yeah, that should work well. It'll just kind of hide. It'll hide the grinders. Okay. Just about ready for our first test. But I'm thinking the one last thing I want to do is actually have a sensor. There we go. And we will name this one Unknown Destroyer Sensor, I guess. Okay, let's go ahead and show on HUD and show sensor field range. Okay, so top extent is going to be 0 and front extent is going to be 0. Back is going to be 7 times 5, so we're looking at like, let's do like, actually when we go back we can go as far as we want, so we'll go like 40. Bottom is, what is it, 4? So that'd be 20. Because there's 5 meters per block. And then left and right is going to be, I think, like 15 each. Let's see how close I got. Okay, I was off. I was off by quite a bit. It's not too bad. Could have been worse. We're good. Okay, so now let's set up the actions. Set up actions, and it's going to be groups, UD grinders. So when there's something sensed in there, then toggle the block on, otherwise toggle the block off. And we're going to be doing, we're going to turn this into a timer later, but for now I just want to test this. So I think if we push this in there, those grinders should start up. Move faster. And less drifty. Come on, go in that way. There you go. Why are you not detecting? Okay. What did I do wrong? Oh, you know what? It's this stuff. Go ahead and detect all of those. Ah, it just broke all of my half blocks. Okay, fine. I'll fix that in a little bit. We'll put glass in there or something. Oh, it's going to break all the other half blocks too. It's okay. So let's go ahead and I should probably put a button panel for a manual override kind of thing. UD pistons extend. Extend. UD pistons retract. Grinders toggle. So extend. Yeah, it's getting rid of my windows too. Darn it. Oh, that shut down because it stopped going there. Okay. So we'll go ahead and retract them. Go catch this guy. Please stop. It's like playing soccer with a 500-pound ball. Or soccer with an anvil. That's what it is. Almost. We can do it. Come on. Push harder. Don't come out here. Ow. It's almost going the right direction. How about now? It sort of worked. How about this? Go! That is going to get flung right back out again, isn't it? Yep. Okay, the next time I get that thing to stop, I'm going to go get the furniture mover. All right. I think we're good. I think this is all set to go. The only thing we need to do now is make the timers that will control the pistons as well as the grinders. And I think I need to slow those pistons down a bit too. So let's go take a look at UD pistons, and we're going to set the velocity to be half of what it currently is. And let's get ourselves a timer. Or two. Maybe here? Nothing's going to get in the way there, right? Okay. And we'll set the other one right here. All right, so 2 timer blocks. We're going to do this as UDTB, UDTB, Unknown Destroyer, timer block, destroy, and then this one is going to be UDTB stop destruction. Sure. Sound good? Yeah. Setup actions. Then we want the pistons to be set to extend, and we want the grinders on. Stop destruction, pistons retract, and grinders off. And then, of course, we need to set this guy, trigger now and trigger now. So I think, like this piece right here, let's see if I can just knock it in. See, this is why I don't play soccer for a living. Or football. Whoa! These guys do good at playing football. Well, they handled it. Nice. I really don't need to lock on. I just want to shove it into place. Go, get in there. No, don't go in yourself. And it's gone. Oh, and the furniture mover is still actually triggering it, so there we go. Nice. Okay, so now we need to make this thing look a little scarier, because right now... What was that? Hey! Stop! What are you hitting? What? Just things broke. That's all. Just random things decided they didn't want to be there anymore. Welcome to Space Engineers. Okay. Add piston head. Wheel could not be placed. Well, I don't want to place a wheel. Okay. How about we'll just go ahead and reverse this one. I'll let it get up past what's there. And then I'll add the head. There we go. And then you can reverse that back down again. And unfortunately, that head is no longer part of this grid and caused more explosions. Perfect timing. Okay. So I don't know what caused the last one, but we're just going to kind of reset all this up. And of course, we'll have to add those grinders to the group again, but that's not a big deal. Do all the grinders start up? They sure seem to. Okay. Raises. Lowers smoothly. I'm sure everything's fine now. Though I did notice some rock kind of bouncing around last time. So I'm going to get rid of any stone that's sticking out anywhere. So I'm going to have the airtight hangar doors on the top. And the reason is I actually want them to go down while the pistons are going up. There. Okay, so let's set up the timers. Doors are going to close. Doors are going to open. So I'm thinking if we come back here, a couple of extreme corner lights here and here. And of course, we're going to make them red. Give them a pretty decent radius and intensity. And that looks scary. Ooh, that looks good, actually. Is it just me? Or does that look kind of scary? No? Okay. And then what I'll do is I'll come in here and add in lights off. And lights on. I'm going to fly this in here. Ooh. Oh, that's great. Okay, so here's what I want to do. So I'm going to fly it forward, and I'm just going to let it go. And it stops itself. Hang on. Let me try this again. Take control. Dampeners off. Whoops. There we go. Now I can kind of watch it go in there. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Oh, that was horrible. Hang on. Furniture number 2 is in bad shape. Mistakes were made. Trying to minimize space junk. It's interesting that it's still closed. What is it not destroyed yet? Oh, there's one little piece in, okay, so there is one other thing I was going to try to do that might help in this situation. Alright, we'll let Igor finish that thing up and we'll see if it works. It's interesting, it's not even done yet. It must have eventually drifted into space. Oh, no, it just broke some stuff for no apparent reason. Well, that's cool. It's this one little piston head. What kind of trouble are you making, man? Don't get out! What was I thinking? Oh, jeez. What? Why are there chunks of rock flying around? Well, if I have to repair this thing after every use, I'm not sure I want to use it. But it was a fun little adventure, wasn't it? Why are you not connect? What? What? How did I die and why? What? I don't understand. Okay, you know what? We have a working grinder. Shh. It's perfectly good. There's nothing wrong with it. So what was Oh. All of these blew up? Why did these blow up? And where's this piston head? And why does this game hate me sometimes? We're going to sacrifice a piston. There we go. Oh, that was a little too instantaneous. It needs to be slow and painful. Oh, and I lost my lights. Okay, fine. Well, yeah. It's good enough. Good enough for an episode. I've been recording for quite a while anyway. I actually think this was a lot of fun. This was a fun project to do, even if it did kind of have some minor issues in the end. It was still a fun project to do. So, if you enjoyed it, you know what to do. Just hit those buttons. Do you know which buttons? Should I do some kind of Halloween-y thing? Like, sorry. It's the best I can do. Yeah, honestly, that's all I got. So, I'll see you next time on Epic Tech.